Hello YouTubers, this is SteamieWithGlasses here. Today I'm going to show you my Thunderbirds pod vehicle collection as released by Bandai under their Hot Wheels collection. And as you can see, it does say Bandai here, which is the very toy company which is due to release the brand new Thunderbirds Are Go merchandise in June, in a couple of months' time. Yeah, so this is the packaging. Now let's take a look at the first one. This is Moving Into the Sunlight, Volume 1. Now let's take a look on the inside of Volume 1. As you can see, a picture of Thunderbird 2, all the pod vehicles, and the specification of the Thunderbird rescue vehicles, all in Japanese. Now we look at the pod vehicles themselves, and as you can see, we've got the Master Elevator Car, number 1, Scott on his hoverbike. We have the laser cutter vehicle, the Thunder Riser or booster mortar, the excavator, and the fire truck. So yeah, there you go, that's volume 1 of the pod vehicle collection there. Now we look inside volume 2 of the pod vehicle collection, and as you can see, same again there with Thunderbird 2 in the photograph and the Thunderbird's rescue vehicle specifications. And this one we have the Firefly, Virgil on his hoverbike, Thunderbird 4, the Master Recovery Vehicle, and the Demolition and Object Moving Operator, or DOMO for short. And of course we have a photograph of Virgil there. Of course Virgil, as shown in season 2, voiced by the late Jeremy Wilkin. So there you go, that's volume 2 of the pod vehicle collection. Now at last we take a look inside volume 3. As you can see, we've got the vehicle specifications once again. And on display in this case we have the mobile crane, Alan on his hoverbike, the mole, Brayman, and the transmitter truck. And a photograph of Alan there in the corner. So that is volume 3 there, folks. The Thunderbirds Hot Wheels pod vehicle collection is definitely a very worthwhile addition to my Thunderbirds collection, especially because, of course, as I say, you've got to have all the pod vehicles inside, and I am going to be keeping them inside their cases because it will make it more worthwhile in future, really. So once again, that is volume 1, volume 2, and volume 3. So that there are the Thunderbirds Hot Wheels Pod Vehicle Collection. This model of Tracy Island from Classic Thunderbirds was very kindly donated to me by one of my work mates, and yes, as you can see, it's very well detailed, and unfortunately, as you can see, there are some things missing, like the ramp is missing, and unfortunately the most of the palm trees are missing. But nevertheless, it is a very interesting model. But you can tell there is a bit of an oddity with this version of Tracy Island, in particularly the fact that the swimming pool and the roundhouse are actually side by side, which is technically incorrect in terms of Tracy Island itself. Nevertheless, it is an interesting model. If we open this up, we actually have, you'll see inside, if I very carefully lift it up, here's my Corgi model, Thunderbird 1 in there. And inside the roundhouse, of course, is my Corgi model of Thunderbird 3. And behind here is, of course, my Corgi model of Thunderbird 2. But this is the part of the Tracy Island model which I'm particularly interested with. As of course you can see, the portraits the Thunderbird characters, plus with voices. And of course you can see we've got Scott, Virgil, Alan, Gordon, Lady Penelope and Brains. Yeah, just come to my mind that apparently there's no sign of John in any of this. Very strange. Oh well. Scott's voice.
Every second counts. Thunderbird 1, I'm on my way.
Virgil's voice.
This is International Rescue. Looks like a job for Thunderbird 2.
Alan.
Stand by for blast-off. Thunderbird 3 to base.
Gordon.
Standing by in Thunderbird 4. FAB, Virgil.
Lady Penelope.
International Rescue. Lady Penelope speaking. Parker, we are running out of time.
Brains. Does work.
Mr. Tracy, I have an idea. That would be very risky, Mr. Tracy.
Yeah, so as you could see, that was the voice of the characters. But I must admit that the voices of Scott, Virgil and Alan, as far as I'm concerned, aren't those by the original actors, to be honest. But nevertheless, it is very interesting, this part of the Tracy Island model. Now we take a look at what you're mostly familiar with, the Tracy Island from Thunderbirds Are Go. just like the other Tracy Island model you just seen, I have put my Thunderbird, the models on display in here. So you got Thunderbird 2 inside her hanger there. As you can see, Thunderbird 3 is on display there within the roundhouse, and of course Thunderbird 1 actually inside there, ready to go underneath the swimming pool. Now, on Tracy Island itself, the launch ramp for Thunderbird Shadow is actually placed about here. But as you can see, there is technically nowhere to place Thunderbird Shadow itself here. So therefore, instead, if I swivel the model around, as you can see, I have positioned Thunderbird Shadow adjacent to Thunderbird 3 instead to replicate her launch pad. So there you are, folks. These are my two models of Tracy Island, the secret base of international rescue. If you look, just having another look at my Supersize Thunderbird 2 here, and just looking at it very, very carefully. Just looking at from the back section here, this low slant section here. As I've mentioned in my video about Module 6, which we haven't yet seen in action, possibly there might be a opening of the rear door. So if that would be the case, this section of Thunderbird 2 would have to open up. It's plausible, but we're just going to have to wait and see when in 2 months' time, when Thunderbirds Are Go eventually returns to our screens with Season 3 Part 2. This is SteamieWithGlasses sign off. Goodbye.